It's here, my favorite video of the year. DAPs, digital audio players, the iPods of the future, the high-res music players for on-the-go listening. The best DAPs of 2023, chosen by you. Music players are some of our favorite products here, not just because they go with headphones like peas and carrots, but that they provide the user the chance to listen to true high-res music wherever they go. DAPs are complete high-resolution audio systems that fit in your pocket. Audiophile-grade DAC, headphone amp, music streamer, server, and more. Like all of our best of lists this year, you are the ones that pick the top 5. Our lists are based off of our sales here at Moon Audio and are some of the most popular music players on the market. So, you want to see what they are? Let's get to it. Starting us off at number 5 is the portable powerhouse known as the Con Max from Estelle & Kern. It's actually a little surprising how powerful the Con Max is when you look at the size of the DAP. Aesthetically, it's exactly what you would expect from Estelle & Kern. Sharp edges, futuristic looking, and sleek design. The Con Max is equipped with a 4.1-inch 720 by 1280 touch display. I find this the sweet spot for a portable player in general, let alone one with this much power. It's snappy and responsive and is crisp enough at this size to look great. Sure, there are larger and better looking screens out there, but for an Estelle & Kern player, you're going to be listening to the music, not watching YouTube or playing games. The Con Max is equipped with 4 ES9038 Q2M DAC chips and supports up to 32-bit 768. The power output goes a long way to help provide a dynamic and impactful listening experience each and every time. Wonderful extension in the bass, clear and resolute mids, and some really nice energy in the top end. There's not much to be mad about with how this music player sounds. You can set the output level on these devices according to your power needs. The low output does 2 VRMS unbalanced and 4 on balanced. Mid output level does 4 VRMS on unbalanced and 8 on balanced. The high output level does 6 VRMS on unbalanced and 12 on balanced. And distinctive to the Acro and now the Con Max is the super high gain level, giving you a whopping 8 VRMS in unbalanced and 15 VRMS in balanced mode. It can't be overstated how impressive it is that a device of this size can output that much power. It's still not going to power a Susvara, but it can pretty much do everything else out there. The Con Max is about as beastly as you can get for a portable music player. Technically the new Con Ultra is beastlier, but we still love the portability of the Con Max. Anyway, back to the best DAPs of 2023. The size, sound, power, and number of high-end flagship level features make it really hard not to recommend this music player for those who like using their full-size headphones on the go. It's great for classical, rock, R&B, EDM, synthwave, and classic rock in particular. And for those wanting to use USB audio out, we recommend pairing the Con Max with a Silver Dragon USB cable for the best in digital transmission of data to your DAP. Also, since the Con Max has the power for most full-size headphones out there, we paired it with our Silver Dragon headphone cable and Utopia 2022 for optimal detail and resolution. Stay tuned later in the video for why we have cable recommendations and to learn about our handcrafted Dragon cables. Next on our list of most popular music players of the year is the excellent SR35 from Estelle & Kern. It's the smallest player on the list, and it's a great option if you want to take a DAP to the gym or work out, or having something to easily just put in your pocket. AK implements a new audio circuit for the SR35, providing more sonic fidelity in an entry-level player than ever before. The newly designed dual quad DAC switching mode on the SR35 allows the user to disable 2 of the DAC chips to run in a dual DAC mode for better efficiency and longer battery life without much sonic degradation. Dual DAC mode is certainly great at bringing out those crispy details, brass shine, and giving you decent punchy low end. If you're concerned about the battery life, if you're going on a long trip or whatnot, I certainly wouldn't be disappointed by the dual DAC mode, sonically. The quad DAC mode really flexes the music muscles of the SR35. I can notice an immediate change and improvement. Mids and lows are buffed or enhanced. The soundstage gets wider and deeper with the extra processing power. I would say it still leans to the analytical side of things for the most part, but I could see the SR35 easily pairing with a warmer headphone without issue for those who prefer a more musical presentation. In the scheme of things, Estelle & Kern is giving music lovers options on how they want their music to sound, and that's a great thing. Having more versatility from one device is a lot more economical, especially for those who are new to the hobby or on a budget if upgrading from a phone. The biggest and needed improvement is by far the power output. Dual gain and dual quad DAC switching is also a huge perk, giving you the option to improve efficiency and increase battery life if needed. The up to 20 hours in dual DAC mode is impressive, and the quad DAC settings add a lot of extra weight and depth to the presentation and performance. The soundstage and overall sonics are equally improved over previous Norma installments. Classical, rock, and metal sounded fun and exciting on the SR35, and with the number of sound options, you can make just about anything sound great. What's considered entry level here by Estelle & Kern would be equally premium and higher tiered for any other manufacturer. Now let's take a look at Sony, the creator of the Walkman, whose legacy continues on today with some premium portable music players on this list. The AM2 is the step down from the flagship, the ZM2. Despite its warmth and richness, the WM1 AM2 is not laid back or lush sounding, nor is the bass bloated or overwhelming. There's a sense of energy, liveliness, and openness to the sound. The bass is full and well-rounded, but well-controlled. Treble is sparkly yet smooth, mids are on the forward side. There's a nice amount of headroom with the sound feeling both wide and deep. Like most Android devices, the NW WM1 AM2 comes pre-equipped with the Google Play Store and a host of Google-supported apps. Compared to Estelle & Kern, it's a pretty open Android OS. The AM2 has full Wi-Fi and streaming functionality with your favorite music streaming apps. It's a nice update to this generation. Combined with DSEE, a 10-band EQ, the DS phase linearizer, normalizer, vinyl processor, and more sound enhancements, the WM1 AM2 is a fun listening experience. You can tailor it to just about everything you want to listen to, and it's especially great for rap, EDM, R&B, synthwave, and classical. At the end of the day, we feel this DAP is really the best bang for the buck on this list. Best bang for the buck. Remember when you couldn't add apps to and stream music using the Sony NW WM1Z? With the release of the second generation of this Sony Signature Series Walkman, the NW WM1 ZM2, those limitations are but a distant memory. The second generation of this flagship Walkman from Sony is now supported by Android and compatible with Wi-Fi to accommodate today's audiophile who wants the option of playing locally stored files or streaming from high-res services like Tidal and Qobuz. But that isn't the only new feature of the ZM2. It's got a larger high-def touchscreen plus better battery life for starters. This is a luxury product through and through. Like the AM2, the frame of the ZM2 is OFC, oxygen-free copper. However, the OFC purity has been upgraded to 99.99%. Sony says this offers even greater benefits in terms of audio quality and high rigidity. Bass notes are clear and powerful, the atmosphere is more expansive, and mid to high range sounds linger beautifully. The frame is plated with gold on the front of the player and machined aluminum on the back. According to Sony, the gold plating on the OFC frame facilitates better audio quality where you can hear each instrument as if it were performing live. The sound is expressive and lively. It's the type of sound that grabs you by the wrist and says, "Hey Will, dance with me." Right? Yeah. Sound that makes you feel every bit of emotion that an artist pours into a performance. There's plenty of punch and power, plus a wonderful sense of dimension and distinction. Nothing gets blended or bumped out of the way. There's a sense of completion in each note and sound. It's an incredibly enjoyable listening experience, time and time again. It's superb for dance, Will, dance. It's superb for dance, pop, EDM, rock, and more. If you want the best of what Sony has to offer in portable music listening, this is it. We paired our new Bronze Dragon MMCX IEM cable with the Meze Advar for both of these Sony DAPs, since we were looking for more warmth and resolution in the music with these particular headphones. More on this in a bit. What does peak performance look like? What does the best of the best get you when it comes to music and sound quality? There's one thing that you can't argue about, and that is that Stellan Kern DAP music players are some of the best looking portable audiophile gear on the market. Their sleek and cutting edge designs help their music players stand out from the crowd. But the important thing is that they're not just all looks, but also very capable, feature-heavy DAPs. Now, Stellan Kern has made some significant improvements in the sound department with their new flagship. This is the maiden voyage for the world's first AK4499EX DAC chips, AKM's latest flagship set, which arranges them in a quad DAC format. On top of that, the new innovative Hexa audio circuitry structure design puts two AK4191 EQ chips for processing digital signals directly. Most digital players process digital and analog signals together inside the DAC. However, the SP3000's advanced Hexa audio circuitry structure reduces the noise of the digital signal input through the AK4191 EQ, a separate digital delta sigma modulator. And the 4499EX DAC is then designed to process the analog signals separately. To simplify, the AK4191 chip handles the digital filtering and the initial delta sigma conversion stage, while the new flagship 4499EX does the final digital to analog conversion. This is a new approach to sound for DACs, and by using this design, the digital and analog signal processing is physically separated, resulting in some astounding signal to noise ratio measurements and dynamic sound. So just what does this new architecture do for the SP3000 sonically? Well, quite a bit. It's some of the best three-dimensional sonic renderings I've heard on a music player. The layering helps with the clarity and the prominence of the entrances, cleanly hearing when they come in, trail off, etc. And the texturing helps various instruments and voicings not get covered up by roaming competing frequencies, along with making out individual performances, articulations, and breathing. Classical, jazz, folk, alternative, classic rock, it does most genres exceptionally well, as a flagship music player should. The SP3000 is a great device to be used as a server or even a USB DAC with your laptop or computer. We recommend pairing it with our Silver Dragon USB cable with ultra pure silver conductors for the best in signal transfer for your digital music. The SP3000 redefines flagship sound for me. It's a spectacular sounding piece of equipment, and we think the best sounding DAP on the market. Apparently, you all did too, which is why it's our #1 seller for 2023. Let's talk about Dragon cables. Your gear is only as good as its weakest link, and in most cases, that's the stock cables. Companies just don't put the R&D into their cables like they do for the device. That being said, for every music player on this list, we recommend pairing the Silver Dragon USB. It's a higher quality cable than your OEM option, and it's built to spec with premium materials and components. Why is a quality USB cable important for all these DAPs? Well, because they can be used as high quality sources for your DAC in your home system. They can take the place of a computer to be used as your server and streamer. Some are even Roon endpoints, and vice versa. These can also be used as headphone amps and DACs for your laptop when you're working remotely. There are a lot of reasons why you need to make sure your USB cables are not afterthoughts. Our cables aim to bring out more of what you love in your music and audio gear. If you love your headphones but wish they had a bit more top-end sparkle, we can do that for you. If your USB cables keep crapping out like many stock cables do, then check out our top quality USB cables. We say time and time again that materials matter, and our cables and custom geometries, silver or copper conductors, can actually help bring out those desired properties in your gear and music. We make tons of custom options for our customers so that you can get the right cable for your exact needs. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us and we'll be more than happy to help. Again, these are just some of the great DAPs included in our best of buying guide, which we'll link to below. There you'll find lots more info on other DAPs and features. Be sure to hit that thumbs up if you like this video, and also subscribe for more audiophile and music lover gear and content. If you have a question, drop a comment, and as always, thanks for watching.